Here's how to make and use this cheap DIY laser guide that shows you exactly how to play shots like these. This is Break From Life. Welcome back, and if this is your first time watching one of our videos, then it's fantastic to have you here. In a lot of my videos I say imagine a point the size of your tip on the object ball and play the cue ball to this point. But unfortunately that point isn't there in real life. Not unless you've got a laser pen pointed exactly at the right place on the object ball. And the box means you get the dot on exactly the right place on the ball, no matter how far it is away on the table. Once you understand how to use it, it'll make sure you line up the shot right every single time. So if you want to know how to make it, do this. Get yourself a cheap laser pen and some mechanism for keeping it on. I'm using an elastic band here. A regular pen, a tape measure, some scissors, and a small butter tub. You need to start by measuring the distance from the edge of the pen to the eye of the laser. You then need to take this away from 2.4mm, the ideal height to have the laser at. You can then mark this height from the bottom of the tub of butter and then cut a slit down on either side wide enough for your laser pen. It's critical that both of these two cups go down to exactly the same height on either side of the tub of butter, as well as buying the cheapest, lowest powered laser pen you can find. This is simply because you don't want to be staring at something too bright. Once you've got these two slits cut out perfectly, it's as simple as just turning the pen on and placing it in between, and then replacing the lid for a bit of extra strength, and you just got to make sure it is then perfectly level by lining it up against a ball. The great thing about constructing this in this way is it's very simple to maneuver, and it will point exactly where you want to on an object ball, anywhere on the table, like even the green all the way down there. Just taking 2 minutes to build this makes it a lot simpler to use our cam aiming system. And if you want to know how to use it, then try our video Snooker aiming system. It's in the card right now, as well as on the Break From Life channel page, along with a load of other videos that help you dominate at the game and make the commitment to becoming a better player by subscribing to the channel. This is one simple device with one simple function, but as long as you line it up right, it works flawlessly every time. All you need to do is play the white exactly to the dot on the red, and you know that you're going to pot the ball. You can use it for difficult shots you struggle to get the angle right for, as well as to check you're lining up long shots in exactly the right place. Just be aware that you're going to be staring at a very bright light and a very reflective surface. So what you want to do is this: to only use reds because they won't reflect as much red light. Get a red pen because you've got more reds to aim at than if it was any other colour pen. But always use red pen. Try and get the dot to aim lower on the red. The higher it is, the more it's going to reflect in your eyes, so the lower it is, the more it's reflecting down onto the table. Also, try and get the box as far away from the red you're lining up. If you do all this, you shouldn't have too many problems, but if you do start to get a little bit of a headache, stop immediately. Find a shot you're having difficulty with. I keep missing balls like this off the black spot, for example, and mark both balls. Now the red's on the black spot, so we're going to know where that is every time. And I've used a piece of chalk to mark exactly where the white is. Then you just need to accurately position your laser box. Now be aware, if you line up the shot exactly straight to the pocket like this, we're hitting it, line it up from this line, and we're playing it exactly straight towards the pocket, that will mean if we hit this point we're definitely going to miss. And I explain exactly why this happens in our video Snooker Angle Shots. It's in the card right now. Check it out if you've got time. If you've seen that video, you'll understand this is where it gets tricky. So what we need to do is aim our laser at the exact point, if we get behind this, where the centre of this cue ball, where the cue ball takes up this space, and the centre is going to be aiming. We position our laser box here. It's going to hit the centre of that one, that's spot on. and that's gonna. So we're gonna need to aim there. The only tricky bit is we've got to remember exactly where that is. Move the box because it's going to be in the way if we play the shot. And I reckon that's pretty much exactly where he had it. Now, if you can just test around with this, so I mean, if you don't have to do what I just did, you can just test around because we've positioned it there. Now we can see if it's the right place because we can put it exactly back in the same place again. So that may not have been exactly the right place because we missed the shot. So what we can do is say, well, we missed it that side, so we're just going to go a fraction wider. And that's a lot more like it. So you can get the angle exactly right. And then just learn exactly where the angle is. So when you get into a match, it's going to be a shot you're going to be confident potting every single time. Now on a shot like this one where it's too thin, so up until now we've been using the centre of the cue ball, so we've been firing the centre of the cue ball at a dot on the red to try and hit the right place, but now we've got to get that centre of the cue ball to miss the red in order to pot it. So instead we're going to use this right hand side of the red to hit the dot. So we're aiming the right hand side of the red at the dot. Now my best guess is it's going to have to be, I think there could be close. We're going to give that a go, and if it's not right we'll try again. Yep, that's actually spot on. So what I can do now is keep doing that until I know exactly where the cue ball needs to go in order to pop this shot, and then I'll have this shot that comes up quite a bit memorised, so I know exactly how to play it with all sorts of spins. And then eventually what I can do is take the laser guide away and see if I can remember exactly where it had to go without it. I genuinely think the best thing about the laser box is it allows you to separate the two parts of the shot. The part where you're back from the table, lining the shot up, so you're working out where you want to hit it, and you can pick that point on the object ball very physically with a laser. So we can aim there, I'd say, for this shot. So we can pick that point, and then when we go to play the shot, we can just solely focus on hitting that point. So all we've got to do is worry about hitting that exact point on the red. A small tip is to use this most on the sort of shot you struggle to find the angle for. And if you want 5 more tips on how to become a better snooker player, tips that include things like exact line you chose even if it seems wrong. Then try our video Snooker Tips, or find out how to best line up shots with this laser in our video Snooker Angle Shots. And remember, don't just watch, play, and make the commitment to becoming a better player by subscribing to the channel, and visit the website if you want to play in some new tournaments. See you later.